sisters. Shalom, sisters. I'm gonna wait a second for sisters to join before I get started. We could just gonna be getting into a couple of stumbling blocks for new sisters coming into this truth. Shalom, sisters. Hold on. Okay, I can't. Shalom. Everybody tuning in. Shalom. I'm gonna get started in a couple minutes. I'm gonna get started. So first and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh, which the world ignorantly calls God, and His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And through the Spirit, we get built up and edified. So the topic is basically stumbling blocks to be aware of for new sisters coming into this truth. It's a bunch of them. It's a bunch of stumbling blocks to be aware of, but ones that's like that I see a lot of sisters stumbling over when they first come into this truth because they just don't know. You know, they're still ignorant to the law, statutes, and commandments. They're still ignorant to what the Most High require of us, what's expected, and what we should be doing. Like what our purpose is, why we was created, what we should be doing. It's just like sisters coming to this truth and they don't really know what to do. They kind of cleave on to the words of men versus, you know, getting this Bible and studying and getting the precepts, studying to show thy own self approved. So that's, you know, we have to, coming out of Christianity, we have to be proving all things, everything that a man speaks. It doesn't matter like how long somebody may have been into this truth. It's no difference from sitting in a Christian church and the pastor speaking out of his belly, misquoting scriptures. Don't never open up the Bible, but you would never know because you didn't open up your Bible to prove what the pastor was telling you was true. No different from coming into this truth. We have to be proving all things that's being said to us, all things that's being spoken, all counsel, everything. If it's not lining up to what the precepts is saying, we got to do away with it. So I'm gonna start off with shalom to everybody tuning in. Shalom, Sister Shemai. So the first one I'm gonna just start with is what I see that's really big amongst the daughters of Zion. Coming into this truth, that's a stumbling block is you come into this and then you feel like, you know, when you find out the truth, of course you want to tell your family members, right? But your family don't hearken. They don't listen to you. They don't believe like what you believe. They don't believe the words of the Most High. So they don't come in here with you. You come in by yourself 9 times out of 10. A lot of us come into this truth by ourselves, and our family members, they think it's a cult. So as time goes on, you start to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Some sisters tend to, Shalom says, some sisters tend to feel like they alone and feel lonely. And so the first thing that they do, they make haste to join a sister group. They make haste, to join a camp. They make haste to just whatever, to fill that void of loneliness, when that's the perfect time to build yourself up in the Most High and to be proving your own self first. Because before you can prove somebody else, you have to prove your own self. You got to start fixing what's wrong with you. You have to look and see, put away that old man and realize the state that you just came out of was darkness, and begin to fix the things that needs to be corrected. And a lot of us coming here, we in total darkness with so many veils over our eyes. It takes time for these, for the strongholds to fall off our minds, for the veils to come off our eyes. And we're like lamb, like we're sheep. So sheep just they gonna go wherever they steer to go, but that's not wise, sisters. Coming into this, you have to be proven in all things. I'm gonna pull a precept real quick in 2 Timothy 2:15. Because if you don't know the Bible, if you don't know if what a person is telling you is true, how you gonna be able to prove it? You gotta prove it. And the way you prove it, you make sure whatever they're telling you that it matches up to what the word is saying, what the precept is saying. So 2 Timothy 2:15. It says, study to show thy own self approved unto God, a workman need not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. You can't do that if you don't know it. How can you, so for an example, how can you keep the Sabbath if you ignorant to the Sabbath on how to keep the Sabbath? Like when we was in the world, we didn't know that the Sabbath was Saturday or whatever day you tend to keep it on. We was ignorant to that fact. We was worshiping on Sunday. We was literally treating Sunday Christianity, Sunday worship like it was the Sabbath, but we was ignorant. How did we find out what it was? When we came into this truth. And you get in the Bible, you start reading, and you start proving. And then you find out that everything that you was taught in the Christian church is a lie. That's how you start to prove. So, like I said, the first thing sisters do, they tend to join sister groups. And I'm going to tell you what the problem is with this is because you're trying to fill a void that the Most High is supposed to fill. This is when you start to develop that relationship with the Most High. And you start to cleave unto Him. You start to increase your faith. And you start to do the things that's pleasing to the Most High and not unto men. So sisters is joining they're joining sister groups, even though it goes against their own spirit. Like they can feel in their spirit is not right to be amongst these sisters. But they ignore it for the sake of loneliness and filling that void, like what I said. But that's not wise, because whenever you come into unity with somebody, y'all have to be like-minded. You can't just be amongst, sisters just to be amongst sisters. If everybody is on a different accord, then it's going to be chaos, confusion, strife. It's going to be every evil work amongst that group. So Amos 3:3, let's get that precept real quick. We got to be walking like-minded with each other. So it says, Amos 3:3, can two walk together except they be agreed? No, they can't. It's going to be confusion, pure confusion. One going to be going this way and the other one going to be going this way. And I see it all the time, and I bring it up as a stumbling block because it's like countless numbers of sister groups that you see on social media. And like it's so many sisters that's joining these groups. And every sister in there, they're speaking something different. Like sisters will pull precepts, then other sisters will just speak out their belly. And, coming into this truth, like I said, proving all things, if it doesn't line up to the scriptures and it's going against your spirit, like you can't continue in that. Because that's going to cause you to fall out. That's going to cause you to go astray because you just cleaving just to feel like you a part of something. Even with like I said, even with Sisters is so quick to want to just jump into a marriage, coming into you still finding out who you are. You don't even know who you are as the daughter of Zion, let known to try to hurry up and hop into a marriage, because that's a whole nother different lane of proving that man, because you still have to prove yourself. So this is the thing, sisters have to realize that, we got a lot of things that we have to fix coming into this truth. So the main thing you want to be doing is getting grounded and proving your own self. I'm gonna pull another precept because we should never go let anything come against our spirit. So Sirach 4:22. It says, accept no person against thy soul, and let not the reverence of a man cause thee to fall. That's exactly what I was just saying. Like, if you in a sister group and they speaking things that you really don't believe in, like your spirit really don't bear witness with what they're saying, but you'll dwell amongst them just to be a part of it, you're going against your soul by doing that. You're going against your own soul. We have to make sure we moving in wisdom and understanding in this truth, and not just off our feelings and off our emotions, just to feel like we want to be a part. Same thing with joining camps real quick. I'm not knocking camps at all, but you have to know what the Most High require of you. You have to learn what His word is requiring of you. You have to learn what you should be doing instead of real quickly trying to join anything, whether it's getting married real quick, whether it's joining a camp real quick, whether it's joining these sister groups. You have to be proven any and everything that a person is telling you. I don't know why my screen just got dark. It's like what a person is telling you, so that you can you know for a fact that it's true. So let no one against thy soul, and let not the remembrance of a man cause thee to fall. So it doesn't matter like how well known a sister is and it's true, or how well known a person is, like through reverencing that person, you never is supposed to reverence a person to the point where it caused you to fall or to go astray. So never do that, sister. My phone up. So Salakia, hold on. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so let's pull another precept. So being among sisters, don't let sisters speak things into your mind. We have to guard our mind coming into these things. We have to guard our mind from evil speaking and death being spoken unto us. Like I go through these sister groups and I just sit back and I just watch. And it be a lot of counsel going on in these sister groups, but it doesn't be sound. It's not necessarily sound counsel, meaning it is not matching up to the precepts. It's not matching up to the word of the Most High. And I'm seeing sisters in there, so like your sisters in there going astray because they're cleaving onto what this sister may have said, or what this brother may have said to this sister, and it was okay for her to do. Well, I was told this or I was told that, and so the Most High, He know my heart, so I'm gonna continue to do it. No, let's not be fooled or deceived walking in this truth, because at the end of the day, we always have to remember that, hey, our own self is gonna have to stand and give an account for every deed that was done in the body, whether good or evil. Every counsel that we received. What was that? Sapphira, who followed her wicked husband, and she was destroyed because of that. So we can't just be light-minded and just be believing everything. We have to be proving things. We have to be proving these groups. We have to be proving sisters. We have to be proven. You have to thoroughly be proven a man that you're courting, that you're planning on marrying, and stop just being simple-minded or light-minded and just getting married. You itching to get married so quick coming into this truth. Like, if it's of the Most High, He'll bring a man to you. And that's another thing, sisters is going off looking for a husband. That's the wrong way to do it. When it's of the Most High, He'll bring that righteous man to you, who's going to love you, who's going to build you up, who's going to wash you with the word, who's going to make sure that He builds your mind up and encourage you, who's going to make sure you love to keep the commandments. Like, so sisters have to put away their feelings and their emotions first coming into this truth, and guard your heart, your mind. Guard your mind and build yourself up with the Most High. Establish that first. Figure out, start mastering the things that, it's so many commandments in this Bible, but it's particular commandments for the woman. If we have to be mastering the things that apply to us as women, as the daughter of Zion. It's a lot of things that we can be doing to better ourselves versus rushing to join sister groups, or rushing to get married, rushing to join camps. Prove yourself first, and then prove that person. Prove that person, whatever it is that you're trying to do. This is a major stumbling block, sisters. It's serious. Make sure y'all like-minded of one another. Let's get a precept in Philippians. Philippians. Salakia, hold on. 2 and 2. Philippians 2, verse 2. It says, fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being in one accord, of one mind. Shalom says, of one mind. Of one mind. Join together of one mind, like-minded. That's going back into letting nobody against your soul. And let not the reverence of a man cause thee to fall. So sisters, that's one major stumbling block that I see sisters fall. First coming into this truth. Proving and making sure that you know what sound counsel is when it's being given unto you. And if you don't study the precepts and learn the word, or what the Most High require of you as the daughter of Zion, you know, people is just gonna get over. But don't allow them to get over that. Let's find out what's required of us. We have to come in here and we have to get grounded. We have to be grounded in these law, statutes, and commandments, man. And we have to build our foundation off the rock, off Yahweh Shai. And if you don't do that, you're going to be tossed to and fro. Anybody is going to be able to tell you anything to sway your mind if you like-minded. But you have to build yourself up and don't rush it. Stay right there with the sincere milk. These law, statutes, and commandments, as long as it takes to perfect you, to get you to become a better person than you was when you was in the world. So let's get Deuteronomy 10 and 12. It says, and now Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good. So that's what's required of us. So the first commandment that was given to us as a woman, let's get it. Let's get it in Genesis. It's not that hard. You got a lot of sisters that's want to do a lot of different things, you know, first coming into this truth. But the number one thing is to understand and know why you was created. What your purpose is. What should you be doing with yourself? And obviously, our purpose, we was created to be helpers to our husbands. If you don't have a husband, that is still, like I always say, it still applies to you. You just have to figure out how to become, get the characteristics of a virtuous woman. What this woman should be like. What a married woman should have, you know, what she should bring to the table, basically. We have to go back to the beginning. So Genesis 2 and 18. It says, it said, and the Lord said, it's not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. So sisters have to understand that, you know, that's why we was created. That's why we was created, to be a helpmeet unto our own husband. Our own husband, okay? So with that being said, the next stumbling block is going to be married woman seeking counsel from another man that's not her husband. That's the major stumbling block coming into this truth. And again, These stumbling blocks is stuff that I've witnessed with my own eyes, and I see a lot of sisters struggling with these things, and a lot of sisters is going off and they're going astray because, first of all, they're not getting grounded, coming into this truth from the very beginning, and start building off the rock, stay right there with the sincere milk, and learn what is required of us. Learn how to keep the Most High commandments. Learn what his law, statutes, and commandments are. Because if you don't know them, how you gonna keep them? That's just like when we was in darkness and coming into this truth. We didn't know what the law, statutes, and commandments was. We didn't know so much. We was in total darkness. So with that being said, when you come into this truth, you have to get in here and learn. How else are you gonna find out what the Most High is requiring of you? How you gonna know what his law, statutes, and commandments is if you don't open up this book? Yeah, you can hear somebody tell you, but it's something different when you open up the Bible and you read it for yourself. You're proving your own self. You proving that what was said to you by whoever said it is true. It's true. How else you gonna know? I got a preset real quick I want to grab. Sirach 51 and 23. We gotta learn. Ain't nothing wrong with learning, y'all. We have to learn. We have to learn the right way. We was taught the wrong way. So we have to do away with everything that we was taught in Babylon, put away the old man, and now relearn. Learn the right way. Renew your mind. So Sirach 51 and 23. It says, draw near unto me, ye unlearned, and dwell in the house of learning. Dwell. We got to stay right here in the sincere milk, man. The law, statutes, and commandments. Dwell right there until we have mastered what is required of us. As Judges 5 and 11 say, we rehearsing the righteous acts, but we have to dwell right there. We have to dwell right there. Learning and mastering submission. Learning and mastering how to honor your husband. Learning and mastering how to raise and teach your children in righteousness. Teach them about the Most High. Dwell right there. I'm going to read that precept again. The Lord have given, or Salakia 23, draw near unto me, ye unlearned, and dwell in the house of learning. Sisters, we have to dwell there. We have to dwell there until we master this thing. So I'm going back to what I said. Married sisters seeking counsel from another man that's not their husband. Sisters, this is a major stumbling block. This is off. This is off. This is majorly off, sisters. And it's going to be some sisters that get upset with me and don't like me because I say this, but this is off. This is off. Why are you seeking counsel? Married women, now I'm talking to married women here. Why are you seeking counsel from a man that is not your husband? This is off, sisters. This is off. This is a major stumbling block. This is the thing with a woman, and we're going to take it back to Genesis, what Eve done. This is what she did. She went to seek counsel. She went to seek counsel of another man. He gave her a false doctrine, and she ran and she took it. And she transgressed the law, sisters. So it's the same thing, like, because I've seen and read sisters be like, well, my husband said it's okay for me to talk to other men or get counsel from another man. Okay, we're gonna pull out the precepts tonight because the precepts address this. The precepts address this. Wives, we supposed to be submissive and subjected to our own husbands. We're going to get that first. We're going to get that first. Because it's something off if a sister won't counsel from another man other than her husband. Your husband is here. And if y'all in the truth together, dwelling together in unity, learning these law, statutes, and commandments, returning back to the Most High, then I know the Most High is dealing with that man. The Most High is not going to send you to a man that's not your husband when you got one right there. And you have to be patient. You got to be patient with your husband. Let the Most High work on him and build him up and strengthen him. And you be patient. And you help build him up and speak life into your husband. And stop trying to run to the next man to get counsel, to seek counsel, because you think whatever you may think is off as hell, sisters. It's off, and I'm going to pull some precepts. And the first one we're going to get 1 Corinthians 14:35. The scriptures cover all of this, sisters. But any sisters that's disagreeing is off. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing it. 1 Corinthians 14:35. Okay. And it says, and if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home. For it is a shame for a woman to speak in the church. Now, we just going to deal with reverencing and honoring our husbands, okay? That is such a dishonor to have a husband and you seek and counsel from another man in this truth. That's all. That's all. Because this is the thing with women, you know, we're emotional creatures. We are. We was built that way. So when you sitting down and you're seeking counsel, any kind of counsel that you're getting, guess what? Your heart's open. Your mind is open. It's open. And it's subjective. And you're ready to receive what's about to be spoken to you. Okay? So you're inclining your mind, your heart, to this man that's not your husband. And he's giving you counsel, and you're going to hold on to that. Now, what happens when you receive counsel that goes totally against what your husband is saying? You see, it's just not wise, sisters. It's not wise. This is a stumbling block. And really, it's just a form of rebellion still. Like a woman that hasn't totally surrendered herself to her husband, who hasn't totally surrendered herself to the Most High. And she don't want to be in submissive. She don't want to be in subjection. She want to go elsewhere, and she want to seek counsel elsewhere. This is what Eve did, sisters. Eve went off and she did this. So have we learned anything? Have we learned anything? If we have not learned anything, let's go back to Genesis and find out how Eve went off. This is what she did. Adam was a wise man. He had the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The Most High, he breathed the breath of life into Adam. He gave him the law, statutes, and commandments, but yet she went off being wicked and seek counsel elsewhere, sister. So correlate the two and put them together. That's got to stop, because that's off. That's not right. That's confusion. That's just not wise. So let's get that precept real quick in Genesis. I think it's 3 and 6 real quick. Let's go there. Let's start at verse 2. Matter of fact, let's start at verse 1. So 3 and 1. It says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, and the Lord had made, and he said unto the woman, yea, hath God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the tree of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God had said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. For God doeth know that in that day that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Verse 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to her eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and also gave unto her husband. She went off, sisters. She was seeking something different than what Adam was telling her. And that's ancient days, and this is modern today, and women are still doing this. But this got to be brought out, sisters. This is off. You shouldn't be seeking counsel from another man that's not your husband. Seek it from your husband. Pray for your husband, that the Most High build him up. Give him the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to help build you up. Instead of running somewhere and getting it from somewhere else, that's disloyal, sisters. And that's off. and you're inclining your heart, your mind to what another man is telling you that is not your husband. So let's get another precept. It's a plethora of precepts on this. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 7:2. Okay, it says, nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. You have your own husband. You might not like what he's telling you, so you want to go somewhere else and have somebody else tell you something different than what your husband is telling you. That's operating in rebellion still, sis. Like, this is the stumbling block. This is for new sisters and sisters in the truth. It's going on every single day, and it's not okay. I had read in the sister group, a sister had dropped a comment. She made a post. She's like, is it okay, to talk to other men if I'm married? That's all. Why would you want to? Why? And then that's going totally against being shamefaced, y'all. Like, isn't the daughters of Zion commanded to be shamefaced and modest? So being up in another man's face, that's not shamefacedness. And even if your husband said it was okay, come on, let's really think about this. We know the woman is the weaker vessel, right? The woman is the weaker vessel. So if she's going to seek counsel or talk to another man, she's weaker. She's going to be weaker than that man she's talking to. He can manipulate her mind. He can speak whatever he want to speak to her because your husband said it, that it was okay. But think about this. I got to precept real quick, because we know as women, as wives, as the daughter of Zion, our daughters, it's without being spoken, should be kept in straight and not being given too much liberty. Too much liberty. That's too much liberty for you to go be up in a man's face that's not your husband, sis. That's not shamefacedness. That's not modest. It's not. Let's get a precept real quick though, because it's only a matter of time. That's just an invitation of adultery. That's what you're fixing. That's what you're brewing. That's what you're cooking up when you're doing this, because you're inclining your mind to another man other than your husband. So let's grab that precept. I think is I'm gonna find it. Hold on. Here it is. Sirach 25 and 25. It says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. The woman has to be kept in straight and not being given too much liberty. So if your husband said it's okay for you to go talk to this, get counsel from another man, hey, sister, use some wisdom. He could be trying to get rid of you. I'm just keeping it real. He could be trying to get rid of you because as the woman being a weaker vessel, man, it's a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before she dabble in adultery. We shouldn't be doing that. I guarantee you can't find it anywhere in this Bible where Sarah, she hearkened to another man other than Abraham seeking counsel, or any of our righteous foremothers for that, So sisters, this is off. This is off, and this is a stumbling block. I want to pull a couple more precepts on this. Sirach. Let me see what this one is. I wrote one down, but let me see what it is. Sirach 9 and 9. Let's see. Yeah, it's a good one. Sirach 9 and 9. It says, sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thine arms, and spend not thy money with her. At the wine, lest thine heart incline unto her, so through thy desire thou fall into destruction. So if that's speaking to the man, how much more for the female, for the woman, if we the weaker vessel, sisters. So be wise. This is not wise. And also, feast days, when you come together and you're linking and you're gathering with your people, sisters, it's not okay to just be going up in other men's faces talking, and you a married woman. It's not really even okay when you're a single woman, because then you look loose. We have to learn how to be modest, man, and that starts from the inside, you know, and shame face. Fall back. When a man is looking for a wife, he not looking for that woman that done been all the way around the room 3 times and done talked to every single brother. No, he looking for that one that's probably in the corner, falling back, keeping to herself, that's quiet and meek and humble. He's not looking to wife a woman that's loud, clamorous, stubborn, and cannot be told nothing. That's in every man's face. So this applies to single and married sisters. But I'm really talking about married sisters, man. Receiving counsel from another man that is not your husband. This is off, and it's only a matter of time. Let's get another precept. Let's get 1 Timothy 2:13 through 14. All right. 1 Timothy 2:13 and 14. It says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. It's not that hard for a man to deceive a woman, especially a married woman. Come on now. But her if she's willing to talk to another man and she's married, she's already open. She's already considering that thing, sisters. So when I'm saying this, understand I'm saying this in love. This is coming from a place of love. Sisters need to keep to their own husbands, okay? Your own Lord. Reverence him and build him up. Understand what your desire should be unto him. What do he need from you? Like, it's too much stuff for us as the daughters of Zion should be mastering, still have not mastered to this day, still need to be working on things, to be just trying to run and seek counsel, man. Sit down and work on you, and just work on you and get you right. If your husband don't know something, pray to the Most High, that the Most High give him the knowledge and understanding to be able to build you up. Don't just be so quick to run and try to get it from somewhere else. That's disloyal. That's not loyalty, and it's not honor. It's dishonor. And I want to pull another precept, because we have to, as wives, we have to honor our lords, man. We have to honor our husband. Sarah honored. She honored Abraham. Rebecca, she honored Isaac. Leah and Rachel, they honored Jacob. Our righteous foremothers, they honored their husbands. And if we're proclaiming to be virtuous women and righteous women, we have to be walking in them same footsteps. I need counsel. No, you don't. You need to go sit down and work on you. That's enough counsel. Have you mastered Proverbs 31? Hey, that's enough counsel right there for you to just be trying to run and get counsel from another man and you're married. Let me get another precept. Let's see. We have to be reverencing our husbands and understand that we're servants. And when you become a wife, you become a possession. Let's get into it.